Today's video is going to be slightly different, as you just saw from that fire intro, and that is because I'll be reviewing this lightsaber from Nsabers, who were kind enough to send it out to me for review. They will have no influence over what I have to say, so this will be an honest review. I will leave a link down below where you can get one yourself, as well as a coupon code which you can use for a small discount. Some of you might know that I got this great helm recently, and I got this Knight's Hospitaller cloak too, and funny enough, I wanted to get some kind of a sword, but I never thought my first one was going to be a lightsaber from the Star Wars universe. Personally, I grew up watching Star Wars, and I actually had a lot of LEGO Star Wars sets as a kid before transitioning into medieval stuff. So I always wanted to own a lightsaber at some point. So let's get right into the unboxing. Alright, let's take it out of the box. Pretty cool box art. And moment of truth. Bam, there it is. Alright, so it seems like they actually give you some gloves, so you don't, I guess, put any fingerprints on the lightsaber or anything. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so inside we got the manual, which I guess covers what all the buttons do, where everything goes and all that. We got a display stand. Okay, take a look at that later. There's a toolkit right here. Oh, I think this is actually part of the lightsaber. Let's see what else we got. Oh, we got a charger to obviously charge our lightsaber. And we got this, which is their logo, and I'm pretty sure it goes on the stand somewhere. And obviously, the lightsaber itself, it's pretty light. I guess the lightsaber hilt. And you got the lightsaber itself, which is pretty light again. It'll be easy to wave around and all that. Let's actually take this out. Wow. This definitely feels pretty good. See the main button there. And yeah, I think it's really easy to leave fingerprints on this thing. Even with the gloves, I'm kind of moving my fingers around and you sort of get to see a little bit of, I guess, residue, but shouldn't be too bad. Alright, let's go ahead and put this together. To assemble a lightsaber, you get 5 screws and an Allen wrench, but you only need 3 screws. The other 2 are extras. It's always nice to get extras in case you lose the other screws because they are pretty small. It took me a while to figure this out, but this section they give you is just for protection as well as decoration. You would attach it onto the lightsaber hilt to keep the front sensor and the lights protected if you choose to display the lightsaber hilt alone. After you slide it in, all you have to do is place the screws in the 3 holes on top of the lightsaber hilt and then use the Allen wrench to screw them in. To make sure it is aligned well, it might help to try and tighten the screws simultaneously to ensure it is well centered, which is what I've done here. The lightsaber was not charged out of the box, so to do that, we just unscrew the bottom half of the lightsaber hilt, and that reveals the USB port, to which we can then use the included USB charging cable to charge our lightsaber. Charging. While charging, the main button will glow blue, and when it's fully charged, the light will turn off. With the display plug inserted, you could still turn on the lightsaber, and conveniently, you can still see just a little bit of the lightsaber up at the front there, so you can still play around with the settings. But now let's get the display plug out and attach the actual lightsaber. To do this, we just have to use the Allen wrench again to loosen up the screws until the display plug can be removed. We then replace it with the lightsaber itself and tighten the screws. Gotta say, it's pretty straightforward to swap between the two. And there it is, guys. The lightsaber can now be lit up and used, and this thing is packed with different features, so I'm going to put my gear on and show you guys. Alright guys, so I'm here in my room. I got my bucket helm on, I got my cloak, and of course, the lightsaber itself. To turn it on, all you gotta do is basically hold this, power on, and as you just heard, the power is on. And first thing I wanted to go over is this button right here. So you can see that there's a blue light right there, and the one where you hold it, it's gonna flash, and that basically lets you know what setting you're changing. So right now I'm gonna hold it for 1 flash, and as you can see, that changes the volume of it. So right now it's mute. Change it once more. Volume high. Volume high. Volume low. volume low. I'm gonna keep it at that. So yeah, obviously to turn it on, you just click it once. And it's on. I have a white saber right now. Yeah, and to turn it off, you basically hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 4 flashes. So you hold it for 4 flashes to turn it off. Yeah, there's also another way to turn the lightsaber on, and that is to very quickly twist the saber just like you saw right there, and to turn it back off, you just twist it like that. So that's basically the fastest way to do it. Otherwise, you could just hit the button, but then you have to wait longer for it to turn off as you're holding it. So yeah, that's the basics of the ignition. Now let's go over the different settings. So what you can do is, as you can see, the lightsaber is white. To change that, you basically hold it while it's on for 2 flashes. And as you can see, it swapped to a lighter color. 1, 2, green. 1, 2, we got a blue. Hopefully the camera can see that well. Blue, 1, 2, red. We got a purple. We got a blue. This one's more dark. This is a lighter blue. A yellow. Another sort of bluish color. Another yellow. Another purple. And a white. So yeah, those are all the colors basically. Another thing you can change is, or another thing you can do actually is, say someone's shooting at you, all you have to do is just, while the lightsaber's on, just press the button, just once, and you can act like you're deflecting shots, just like that, which is pretty darn cool. Another thing you can do while it's on is hold it for 1 flash, activate the clinch, so if you're fighting with someone, you just sort of duel it out with their blade like this, and sort of act that out. And to turn it off, you just click it again. And as you can see, as I move the blade around, the audio changes, which is super cool. It really makes you feel like you're holding a lightsaber. It's pretty damn cool. There it is. And I'm gonna actually turn the lights off here, so you guys can see how bright it is. So I only have 1 light there in the back. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty bright. I don't think the camera can see it, but like, it really lights it up. It's really cool. Alright, let's turn the lights back on. Okay, now I wanted to show you guys. You guys can see right now that the blade is basically stable, right? So if we want to change that, we gotta turn the lightsaber off. And while it's turned off, we hold the button for 2 flashes. 1, 2. Hunter ignition. So that basically changed the ignition. Let's turn it on and see what that does. And as you just saw, that's a different style of ignition. Now let's see what other ones they got. Cross ignition. Cross ignition. Pretty cool. I'm actually going to turn the lights off for this so you guys can see it better. 1, 2. That changed the color. So yeah, you gotta make sure you turn it off before it flashes twice. Let me go back to white. And this is another thing to note with the lightsaber is if you accidentally change the color, it is going to take a while to switch back to the one you want. So that's just one thing to note. 1, 2. Phaser ignition, let's see. Okay, it's pretty cool. Photon ignition. Photon. Now you can see, some of them take longer to ignite than the others. That's just going to be how it is. Broken ignition. Alright. Machine ignition. As you can see, that one took a while to ignite. I think it's one of the longest ones. So yeah, if you're dueling, it's gonna take a while for your lightsaber to line up with that one.
Burst ignition.
Burst. Pretty cool.
Hunter stack ignition.
Hunter stack. That one's pretty cool. Basically joins at the middle. 1, 2.
Oh my G.
Oh my G, wait, what's this? Okay, so it basically plays a sound effect. Alright.
Stack ignition.
Stack ignition. Okay, basically does what you'd expect.
Sputtering ignition.
This one's alright. Oh, it basically flashes green here for a second.
Standard ignition.
Standard ignition, this is the one that I already showed you guys. The most standard one, the one you'd expect to see in the movies, I guess. Just straight up ignite. There's also another setting if that wasn't enough, and that's if you hold it down for 3 flashes. 1, 2, 3.
Unstable blade.
Unstable blade. So this looks at how stable the blade is. If you guys remember before, it was pretty stable, you know, just like how you see in the movies. Right now, if we let it up, you see it's gonna basically flash. This one's actually pretty annoying, I must say. It's just flashing. It's definitely gonna be good at giving your opponent an epilepsy episode, but yeah. Pulse blade. So as you can see, it's pulsing. Pretty cool. 1, 2, 3.
Rainbow blade.
Rainbow blade, obviously. Rainbow. You guys can't really see it on camera as well, but it is pretty much showing, let's see, we got purple, blue, yellow, purple, blue, yellow just going through. So yeah, I mean, you wouldn't see something like this in the movies for sure. Infinite blade. Okay, so this one basically cycles through different colors. Pretty much.
Wave blade.
Wave blade. Oh, this one looks like there's like waves going through. It's hard to see on camera, but it's like it's sort of shooting rays.
Fire blade.
Fire blade. Okay, this one's basically the same as the last one, but it's more drastic. You can actually see it shooting on camera. Shooting rays up.
Flash blade.
Flash blade. This one's doing the same thing, but it looks like it's flashing a different color. And by the way, you can also change the colors of each of these settings. So if I wanted a more purple going through, or a pink, you could do that. So yeah.
Crack blade.
Crack blade. So this one's sort of shining. There's like white spots basically shining. 1, 2, 3.
Custom blade 1.
And then you got all these custom blades.
Custom blade 2. 3.
Custom blade 3. That's that.
Custom blade 4.
There's just more drastic waves going through.
Custom blade 5.
So for this one, it's hard for the camera to see, but there's like greens going through.
Custom blade 6.
Same thing, but it's more fiery. And again, it's sort of spitting out rays.
Custom blade 7.
7. Well, this is the same as before, it's just faster.
Custom blade 8.
8. This one sort of joins it in the middle here. You can see.
Custom blade 9.
This one basically ends over here.
Blade
10. So that's that. Yeah, personally I'm not a big fan of all the custom blades. They just have like different colors flashing. It definitely maybe looks cool, but to me, I prefer the sort of standard ones. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3,
Stable blade.
and that's the stable blade. Just the classic, to me, works the best. There are also different presets that you can make based on characters in the Star Wars universe. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4. As you just heard, that was Darth Sidious. So if we turn it on, we got a red one. And what this does is basically it changes the sound of the lightsaber itself as you wave it around. So you can see how that one sounds. Pretty cool. There's that. And keep in mind, you can also, these are basically like presets, so if you really wanted to, you can add like a different ignition type, so you can make it like sort of connect to here, and then you can also make it like green or whatever. I know the setting is called Darth Sidious, but really it's just the name, and it's just basically just the sound that changes, and the way it moves around and all that. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. To do that, we always have to turn it off. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what that was, but let's turn it on. Okay, you'll notice that it actually sounds different. Okay. You got Yoda. This one's gonna be green, of course. And it sounds different. And I'm pretty sure these sounds that the lightsabers make are pretty accurate to the actual lightsabers that you hear in the movies and how they sound for that specific character. So Yoda's blade would sound something like this. I'm sure you can find a scene and sort of see if this sound actually matches Yoda's blade. So, Rey Skywalker, okay. This one's blue. Immediately you see that it sounds different. Hopefully the mic's catching that. So yeah. 4. I don't know what that was, but let's turn it on. This one's just white. And keep in mind, like, if I really wanted to, like, say I want to make it red, you could easily do that 1, 2, and just cycle through all the lightsabers until you get what you want. And if we say we keep it at red, the next time we cycle through and get to this same setting, it will remain red. So it will basically save your preset, whatever you set for this specific character, I guess.
I'm the Inquisitor.
The Inquisitor. Ooh, this one sounds pretty cool. Awesome. Alright.
Tell me, is this training? My training? No. Always training, the universe is.
Now, I'm assuming this is Luke Skywalker's, so I made it blue. Again, I'm going with the stable blade for these because I'm trying to recreate the actual characters in the universe. So yeah. Master window, so obviously purple. You guys can see that. It's more of a light purple. And also, as you just heard, it sometimes changes the sound effects of the bullets hitting the lightsaber. So that's what that one sounds like. Let's see what the next one sounds like.
I am told it is the dark saber.
The dark saber. Ooh. Now, obviously, the dark saber actually is black with white going across. So I basically just made it white. But as you can hear, totally different sound. Sounds awesome. And when I hit the button, this one sounds like that. Pretty cool. Master Mondi. This one's blue. Pretty cool. And this one's actually Grievous. So I made it green. I know he has like 2 blue and 2 green ones in the movies. So let's see how this one sounds. It sounds more robotic. If that makes sense.
Really awesome.
We have this one. Just green. I don't know what that one is. So as you can see, for this preset, I actually changed the ignition for it. Instead of the standard one, that's the way it ignites. And yeah. I don't know what this one is either, so I made it red. And it also ignites the same way as the previous one.
Temple guard.
Temple Guard. I made it ignite that way just for fun. I don't know how it is in the movies or whatever. Just for fun, I made it stack. Pretty cool. You can see it's yellow.
Star Killer.
Star Killer. This one's red. Ventress, so this one's going to be red. And it also sounds different. Leia. Ooh, this one sounds interesting. Look at this. Pretty cool. Ahsoka, okay. This one's gonna be white, of course. It also sounds very nice. Like, it sounds special. You know what I mean? This one is one of my favorites, actually. Anakin. Yeah, blue. Pretty cool. Alright. This one's sort of light bluish. You can see it there. It's hard for you guys to see the color on camera. For you guys, like, this part is just white. Yeah, but for me, the whole thing is basically light blue. Like, there's no... You guys can just see, like, this white part. And then the light blue glow. But for me, it's just solid, pretty much. Alright. I made this one light blue, even lighter than the last. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's Darth Maul. So I made it red. But Darth Maul obviously has a double lightsaber. You can check out the other lightsabers that they have. I'm pretty sure they have a double-sided one too. So you can recreate that. Count Dooku. Sounds about right. sit. Oh, so this one's blue actually, so let's say we wanted to change it. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm trying to make it red. So there we go, found the color. Ooh, this one sounds different. And obviously I could clench. So yeah, I could clench with all these. So yeah, what was I saying? I was saying that I just changed it to red. So now the next time I cycle through, it's gonna be red. And I think we're back to Darth Sidious with the red. So yeah, lots and lots of characters to choose from, lots of presets. One thing I forgot to mention is that if I turn it on, and then if I quickly shake it, you can see what it does. It basically shoots a beam all the way down. You can see there, it just runs down, and that's not me pressing the button, it just does it. And similarly, if I do it upwards, it does it too. I don't know what that's supposed to represent, but thought I'd just mention it. And yeah, the twisting of the lightsaber does take a little bit to practice and get used to. It doesn't ignite every time, but with a bit of practice, I'm pretty sure you can get there. Get it to ignite every time you twist it. I haven't gotten there yet, as you can see. Yeah, right there. So you only like twist it a little bit.
The display stand they include is pretty simple. It does its job to hold the lightsaber if you want to display it on a shelf. And again, you can display it both with the plug or with the lightsaber attached. You can even use it as a little charging station if you'd like to do that. Overall, this lightsaber is packed with features they probably could have gotten away with including only half the amount of features and lighting options that they have right now, but the fact that they went the extra mile really does make a difference. And you can tell there's a lot to talk about here with this lightsaber based on the length of this video. The lightsaber hilt does not feel cheap whatsoever, but at the same time it is light enough for you to be able to swing it around. As for who this lightsaber is for, I'd say if you're a diehard Star Wars fan, you definitely love owning this lightsaber, just because of all the presets you can use to customize to be based on characters in the Star Wars universe. I can't speak on how good it is for dueling, but from what I heard, it's best to go with the baselit lightsaber rather than a NeoPixel one for dueling. My lightsaber is a NeoPixel, so it essentially has stronger and well-dispersed lighting, whereas baselit lightsabers are more sturdy, but the lighting starts to fade towards the very tip of the lightsaber. Both options and much more are available on the Nsabers website, so I highly recommend you guys go check it out. If you guys are interested in picking any of their lightsabers up, you can use code HBS7 to get 7% off your entire order from Nsabers. I'll leave an affiliate link down below, so if this video provided any sort of value to you, I'd appreciate it if you make purchases through that link to help support the channel at no extra cost to you. But that's all I've got for today. I really hope you enjoyed this lightsaber review, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.